everyone, it is Jen here, and today I'm here with my very first watercolor palette, which I hauled in the previous video, and this is Prima Marketing's Watercolor Confections, their Tropicals set. I'm going to be swatching all the colors in here while mixing different color combinations as well, so I can see all the different colors I can get with this one palette, and I will kind of dabble with it today in the video as well. I'm calling this my very first watercolor palette because I'm going into this kind of as a complete new person. So I'm calling this my very first watercolor palette. Anyway, here when you open the set, you get a little card that you can swatch your colors on, and this is the case that you get. So it has a little ring on the bottom, so you can hold it like this, open it up. It's good for traveling on the go as well. You get these 12 colors all covered up, which I will unwrap as well. You get these two wings on each side. The case itself could easily cost $20 without the paint inside. So considering that you can get this around $16 to $17 on Amazon, it was a good deal. I think the full price is actually around $20, the retail price, but there are certain sets that are cheaper, and this was one of them. So yeah, apparently some people just buy this set to have the case because they like the case, because you can, if you pop this out, you can see that these are half pans and you can actually line them up, so you can customize it to have 18 colors down here, which is kind of cool. And you can see that they pop out like this, so that's neat too. The whole bottom here comes off as well if you want that. And I'm just gonna unwrap these and then start swatching and start playing with them. I'm so excited. I'm kind of nervous-sighted, but it's gonna be good. Something I noticed was actually my case. It's completely new because I haven't used it at all, but it's all scratched up here. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Oh, sorry about the shine. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys know in case you are expecting perfection. The case is kind of scratched up and stuff like that, but it doesn't bother me because I'm just really excited for the paint in and of itself. And something I'm going to do is I'm actually going to order them differently, though I didn't really like how they were displayed here, so I want to have more of like a flowy color. First, I'm going to take these off. On the bottom you can see that they're labeled with numbers, and the name of the colors, you might have to go to the website to get the name of the colors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to label each pan, because once you take off the label, there's nothing on it that reminds me that this is color number 21. So just gonna label it as I go so that I have that reference. So I'm unwrapping this like so. Interesting, interesting. Okay, and then I think on this side I'm gonna write 21. Is it 21? It is 21. Oh, it's not in focus. I'm sorry. So I just wrote 21. The pen is not that great. Maybe this one will do better. I don't know. That's better. A little thicker. This one is number 17. This one is 20. It's really dark. It's supposed to be purple. This is 24. Looks like chocolate. This is 22. This is 18. 23, 19, 13, 16, 15. And lastly, 14. So all my colors are out and I'm gonna display them. I think this looks better in my eyes, so I'm going to display them like this. And a little tip that I found is that if you kind of press these little nibs here more downward or more inward before popping them in, it will secure the little palettes in place better so they don't wiggle around, which is nice. So I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna pop them one by one like that, because without bending them forward you wouldn't have heard that little click sound. So what I've done is I had the numbers facing this way so I can see them better, and in this case for the bottom row I'm gonna have the numbers facing the other way so that I can always see the numbers through the middle aisle, basically, if that makes any sense. So how about I just turn this around and work this way. So this way I can see the numbers from here and here. Yay! So they don't wiggle around like this and they look beautiful. So I'm gonna be swatching on this paper, but also I'm going to make a grid for myself out of this watercolor paper. And I'm not doing it in my journal because my journal is too small to do what I want to do. So I'm going to rip out a page here. Ooh, that's too small, isn't it? Actually, I just realized that it's too small for what I want to do. So I'm gonna be grabbing this watercolor paper by Kenson, their XL watercolor paper. Just gonna rip out one page. I feel like I'm using really too nice of a paper for just swatching. But this is what I have of a larger paper, so I'm just gonna use this. Plus, you know, might as well get like a really good experience. So I'm just gonna make 12 boxes across and 12 boxes down. With some space, I can write the name of the color. So I actually have 13 by 13 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Why do I have 14 here? Why? I don't know. But basically I made extra so that I can label them. So I'm going to do that. By the number. So I made extra here by mistake, but here it worked out fine. And I'm gonna swatch them. Take out my brush for the first time. A lot of firsts in this video, which I'm really excited about. I'm gonna be using this brush here. And I also have a plate here because there will be a lot of mixing, and the space I have here is not too big. I'm so excited! Okay, let me zoom up first a little bit. So first I'm gonna grab color 19. Wow, it's so pretty. It's very pinkish. It's very pinkish red. Very... Oh, it's moving. Anyway, I'm gonna swatch that in the 19 by 19 box. So it's most 19 it can be. Oh, it's really pretty, but it's more pink than anything. It's not really red. And then here I'm going to mix 19 and 17, which is this orange, but I'm gonna make it more 19 than 17, so more leaning towards pinkish than orange. That's kind of the idea. I grabbed it too much because I want it to be more pinkish red. gotta remember, this is my first time. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna grab and then put it on here. I think I picked up too much water, but that's okay. This time I'm gonna grab 19 and then mix it with 21, but make it more pinkish. Am I using too much water? Next, it's gonna be 16 and 19, 16 being green. Next, 16 and 13, which is going to be darker green. This is also really pretty. And then 18 and 19. I really like this color too. Next, it's going to be 19 and 15. Obviously, every time you mix the color, it might be a little different, but this just gives me an idea of what kind of colors I can get overall with the dozen set. These are all the colors that I can get by mixing 19 with other colors. And then I'm going to move on to the next row, which is 17, which is orange. And I'm going to grab pure 17, and instead of putting right over here, I'm going to put it where 17 and 17 meet, which is right over here. So that's going to be the case for 21 too. I'm not going to put it 21 right below over here, but I'm going to put where 21 and 21 would meet, which would be right over here. So diagonally along this line is where the pure colors will go. Everywhere else, it's going to be mixed colors. And then I'm going to make 17 and 19 this time again, but this time I'm going to make it more orange or more 17 than 19. Turn the plate around. Notice because I tried to lean it more towards 17, this color and this color is different. Whereas they are both 17 and 19 together, they're different. Then this time 17 and 21, and then same all the way down, mixing colors. Finding that swatching this is really nice for me right now because it's my first time and because I don't have to really worry about doing anything wrong. It's kind of comforting. Also, as a newbie, it's really nice to see all the different colors that I can come up with, all the different shades and everything. So if you get a new palette, I do recommend this process. I'm having a lot of fun and I think it's really helpful. It's so pretty! This is so pretty to even look at. I wish this could fit into my journal. I wish that could be possible. So I'm gonna clean up my plate and start fresh. This time I'm gonna have the third color, which is 21. I'm gonna grab 21. And I'm gonna put it where 21 and 21 meet. And then although I'm gonna mix the colors, but always leaning more towards this row color, which is 21. I'm gonna do all the way throughout without talking now. I messed up, so I did swatch one color twice. I wonder why the color looks so familiar or the same. Ah! Whee! So this is how my swatches came out. Over here, I don't know if you can see, but this little piece over here from here to here, I messed up, so I just did a separate little slot and pasted over it. And these are all the colors that I can get from this dozen set. So I just thought this was really cool. For those of you guys who have been watercolor painting for a long time, this is nothing new, but for me, this is really exciting. And it teaches me a lot about colors. So I think just the whole process, it might seem tedious, but for me, it was really fun and relaxing and a good practice and a good way to study colors as well. For me to deepen this color for for example, I don't have black, but I can mix, so I can get this color or even like some colors down here. So it really teaches me a lot. Another thing, as I was working through it, I noticed it would have been really great if I had like a solid red in this set. So it kind of teaches me about what I should have looked for as well. I still think that the colors in here, they're very vibrant and will be really fun to work with. Plus, I do have another color palette that is coming, just not here yet. So until then, this would be a great set to practice and play with. I love all the like earth tones down here. I think it's really pretty. I love the purple in here. The original purple that you get is this color over here, which is number 20, and it's so potent. The color is so potent. This one and also another one, 18. But I noticed that with 18, it's kind of powdery, and for it to break down, it takes a little bit extra effort. So it really taught me a lot about how certain colors work as well, which was really great. I really like this grayish color that I can get also. So that was really nice to know how I can get kind of grayish, bluish color, because I don't have gray once again. So it kind of teaches me about what kind of option I have. So I think it'll be a really good reference. And although I do feel like I use too great of a paper for swatching, since I'm going to be continuously going back to it, I think it was a good thing that I used a good paper anyway. But for the set that I have coming, it's actually over, I forget how many. I know definitely over 40 colors in that palette, so I'm not going to be doing this for that palette unless I really feel the need to later. During the time, I also realized I became a little bit less careful with the way I dip into my colors. So I think just, you know, getting used to it. Because I don't want to be too like cautious around it, then I'm not going to be able to really explore much. So I noticed like I was kind of getting rough with it towards the end, and because of that I could get better colors. In the beginning, I think because I was too cautious in mixing colors and stuff, they were kind of washed out. It was really good overall. I noticed that the watercolor still stained the inside of my cup, which is kind of a bummer because I actually made this cup. It's supposed to be a haggard but with wrong color eyes. So yeah, but it's okay. I can use this as my watercolor all the time, I guess, because I haven't been really drinking out of this cup because I wasn't sure how well it would hold up with like the continuously washing it and stuff. So it's a good thing. And now I'm gonna try to do something in my journal for the first time. I'm thinking like my instinct is to be cautious and not do anything and like wait until I get better somehow, but I think if I just wait and am too cautious, I'm not gonna get anywhere. So I'm just gonna delve into it on my first. I want to skip the first page. Should I not first? I don't know. Gonna try. Okay, so for this bit, I want to do a quick voiceover just to share with you my thought process and such. So right now I'm putting together some colors I would like to use, and I wet my paper first and then just kind of let the colors collide, and I used too much water, so I had to, you know, dab them away. And I actually didn't do anything after this. I just slept and woke up and decided to add more to the page because I wanted something more. Definitely, I just didn't know what to do. And I came up with an idea, so I started working on it the next day, and the idea was a city on top of clouds. And I wanted to use very simple colors, so just two. And I wanted some gradation from the buildings to the clouds, but I like how the buildings came out. I'm actually really not happy with how the clouds came out. Definitely could be better, but I've never done this before, you gotta know that. So it was just like a practice, and I've definitely learned a lot though. Like just a little bit, I guess, but definitely about water control I am just in the process, but I think I kind of get it a little bit more now that I have done it. But I would love to learn how to make really nice clouds in the future. So this is definitely something that I want to remake in the future because the idea was so much cooler in my head in comparison to what it came out to be. But still, throughout the whole process, I would just keep telling myself, Jen, just keep going, don't give up, try to finish the picture. So I wanted to keep adding things until it looked okay to me. I didn't want to give up on my first picture. And that's kind of like something I want to go for. I don't necessarily expect every time that I will succeed in creating something that looks right or the way that I wanted to, according to my head imagination. but definitely I don't want to give up in the middle. So I wanted to continuously add. I wanted to kind of darken things and just make it a little bit more interesting as well. I really like how the Ferris wheel in the background came out. That's something that I'm like, yay, that worked the way I wanted to. And that's supposed to be not a sun, but supposed to be a planet. You will see later. But now I'm outlining the picture, I guess, and I wanted to pop more, so that's why. But in the process, I realized I actually messed up on the right side of the little bar down below, so I decided to add it into like part of a pattern. So that was actually something that I made up because I messed up, but it worked out, so I'm happy with that. After outlining, I wanted to add some highlights, so I got to use the Uniball Signal pen that I picked up recently, and I really like what it did. And yeah, overall I think it really made the picture pop more, and I'm really glad I didn't give up. And it's not perfect, but definitely something I can still consider to be proud of, because I kept on going and I learned a lot through the process as well. So I think that was really, really important. So after this, I just kind of added little white dots to be stars, and then, you know, I tried this little trick I also saw people do, which was like splashing a little bit of paint all over the picture. And yeah, that's what I did. And at the end, this is how my picture turned out. And I'm really, really happy with how it came out to be. Definitely not perfect. I once again wish the clouds were cooler, but you know, I've learned a lot. I really like how this cloud came out, or better than this one. Also how the gradation, like the building to the cloud, it worked out better, or the way I wanted it to, in comparison to how this one came out. But still, I think it's really cool. I also really love the background. The day one when I did it, I didn't like it, but then with the picture where it's like some objects to focus as a main point, I think it looks really cool. So altogether, I like it. Something I also tried to do was to not use too many colors. So actually I used 3 different colors and I mixed them up in a different way to finish the entire picture. So I'm happy with it. I have an idea that I want to do for the next 2 pages, so I'm going to be also working on that. But yeah, this is how my first attempt of many things came out. First time opening my palette and putting it together, organizing it. First time swatching all these colors. First time doing my painting. And yeah, that was first of many experiences in watercolor. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It will probably be a quite long one, but I think it will be a meaningful one to look back to for me as well in the future. So I'm excited. So yeah, thank you guys so much for sharing this experience with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Take care. Bye!